I'll admit this is not one of the animals I thought I would meet at the Utah State Fair today, but Bullseye's part of the wildlife rescue presentation here at the fair. They do 4 presentations a day, and Jenny Nicholas is going to be doing a lot of those. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Of course. We're so excited.
Jenny, I sat by you, and I didn't know if I should sit where Saray's sitting, but I'm being very brave right now.
It's all good.
So tell us about the presentations and why you are doing them here at the fair.
Yes, so Wildlife Rescue, we're here to educate the public and teach people all about our exotic animal friends. A lot of people are afraid of things like snakes and spiders, and that's exactly what we have here. Like our lovely friend Bullseye, the western fox snake. We want to give people a personalized experience with these animals, so not only do they care more about them after learning about them, but hopefully they're less afraid.
Well, Jenny, you have calmed me down because I've had to ask a couple of times, not venomous, it won't bite me, it's friendly, it's great, because I have an issue with the face of the snake, and I usually don't like that, but I can do it because you have comforted me.
Good, I'm so glad, and that's our main goal, is we want to give people this opportunity to get up close and personal with these animals, because a remembered experience is an experience that we can take positive feedback from. And hopefully when you see a snake in the wild, you won't be as afraid of them.
I think that's so interesting. The goal is to tackle your fear because then you care more about animals like this. Is this a snake you can find in Utah?
He is not. So you can find him in Wyoming, in Montana, so really, really close. But he primarily lives in Canada.
But you're right, he does look like a rattlesnake.
He does. So he mimics the Massasauga rattlesnake. He doesn't have any rattle on his tail, but he has a mimicking behavior where he shakes his tail and pretends to be a rattlesnake, because they've learned over time that people and other animals are afraid of rattlesnakes.
And the problem with that is that people end up killing this cute guy.
Yes, exactly. So
For
they
no
see
reason.
that,
Yeah.
and then they kill him out of fear, and that's why these guys are so endangered, is because people are killing them before realizing that they are completely harmless.
Saray called them sweet.
They're so sweet.
Well, you talked me
Bullseye's
into
sweet.
it.
Yeah.
Sweet, because I would have never done this unless you have talked me into
So
it.
this isn't just for us, this is for everybody that comes to the Utah State Fair. You do 4 presentations a day. And is it just like this, up close and personal with these exotic animals?
It is. People get the opportunity to touch them, hold them, take pictures of them, and learn all about them.
And how many different
Jenny,
types
I
of
can do the
animals?
tail.
You can
You got
do
it.
it. You're fine.
I'm going to wrap him around
I'm a
your
little bit
finger.
frozen in fear.
You got it.
It's not
You'll feel slight
a
pressure.
spider, right? Because
No,
you
it's-
don't like.
But you are talking spiders as well.
Yes, we do have little baby Mexican
it.
red-knee tarantulas. You got him. Yep.
Oh.
He's okay. He's just holding on.
I'm scared.
Okay, he just likes you. So we're
Yeah.
just going to let him get...
He's
Get
okay.
right by you. Snakes, spiders, what else did you bring?
We've got some lizards. We have crested geckos, which are one of the really popular pets to have. You're doing awesome. He's great.
Well, I don't want to drop him.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
why he holds
is
on.
Is he curious?
He is.
Oh.
These guys are naturally curious animals. So he's flicking his tongue at you. He's just giving you a smell, painting a picture of his environment.
And then the squeezing, the pressure.
That's what gets me.
It's
is they kind of
cool.
squeeze
Yeah.
them. So what are some of the misconceptions, would you say, about animals like this?
Yeah, so one of the largest ones I hear every single day is, oh, the really, really big snakes. They eat people, right? They do not. They can't physically eat a person. They can't get past our shoulders, even if they tried. Also is that they chase people. They do not chase people. They're just traveling the same direction that you are.
Trying to keep up, really.
They really are. Like, this is a mover and a shaker.
No, yeah, he's doing great. If you want, you can wrap him around your fingers. And
Oh,
he'll
wrap
settle
around.
down.
Okay.
So you do these
Give you some
presentations
support.
not just here, but all over the country and into Canada.
Yes, so Little Rays, we have exhibits like this. They travel around. We have stuff like ferrets and chinchillas, boa constrictors, we have crocodiles, things like that. We go around, like I was just in Chicago, I'm about to go to Denver, and you're doing awesome.
I got it. He's
Can you
giving me
focus?
kisses.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can you concentrate over here?
He's cute.
So we travel around to all these places to try to reach as many people as possible. So all over the United States and into Canada.
And what's the response been? What do people typically say? Is it kids? Is it their parents? Is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both, but you know, the people I've met who are the most afraid are the parents.
Parents, yeah.
Yes, because kids, they learn from their parents. So if we target parents especially and our adult friends, then we have experiences like this where today you've never thought you were going to hold a snake and he's having a great time.
Look how knotted his tail is right now. Is that to just hold on?
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay,
he's
let
just
me put your fingers in.
Exactly.
Like, I would have never done this, but like for real, thank you.
Of course.
This is a great experience.
It's so cool, and you can feel his muscles. They have more muscles in their body than we do in the human
Are
body.
the muscles on the bottom?
They're in his entire body.
They're in the entire body,
Yes.
top and bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know if they lay eggs or is it live births?
Yeah, this species is an egg-laying species.
Aha.
So yeah, they do lay eggs.
Well, I flew in from New York
Yes,
just
they
for
did.
this experience here
Yep.
at the Utah State Fair, and you will be here the entire length of the fair doing 4 presentations a day. Today's at 12:45, but typically 12:30, 2:30, 5:30, and 7:45.
Yes.
And you're not roaming the fair.
No.
With the snakes or the spiders or the
No. No, we want to kind of keep it a little contained, so if people are really, really afraid, they have the opportunity to choose to not come visit our exotic friends.
I love Bullseye now.
I feel like I've come a long way just
Yes.
sitting here in the middle,
Right?
being part of your experience.
No, really, meet Bullseye, and thank you to the Wildlife Rescue. Donate and help out because, yeah, more education would be
Well,
great.
go say hi to Jenny. Go learn more about wildlife rescues and all that they do. Thank you so much
Of course.
for bringing Bullseye and all the animals that flew in to be part of the Utah State Fair.
Oh, he's this twirly thing. Okay.